In this video, I'll be predicting the direction of the Lin Kuei and the MK ninjas in Mortal Kombat 1. Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero is the name of two Lin Kuei ninjas, Bi-Han and Kuai Liang. The first Sub-Zero is Bi-Han. Bi-Han is believed to be the one who kills Hanzo Hasashi, Scorpion's family, and is more antagonistic than his brother Kuai Liang. Bi-Han usually dies by the hand of Scorpion and becomes Noob Saibot. So, what about the MK1 Bi-Han? I believe this Bi-Han is inspired by Bi-Han of old and Sector. Sector is unlike many other Lin Kuei, as he was born into the Assassin clan, being the son of the Grand Master. Sector took over Lin Kuei after his father was killed by his hand. Now, if we look at the MK1 Bi-Han's bio, it says, as the Lin Kuei's Grand Master, Sub-Zero leads his ancient warrior clan in the defense of Earthrealm from external threats. For centuries, it has been their solemn task. But Earthrealm hasn't been threatened in generations, and Sub-Zero sees no point in limiting his clan to preparing for dangers that may never come. Under his leadership, the Lin Kuei will come out of the shadows and fight for its place as one of Earthrealm's great nations. Aside from both Sector and Bi-Han both being the Grand Masters of the Lin Kuei, the fact that we have not been shown Sector in this new era can hint at the amalgamation of the characters. Mortal Kombat has so many characters with similar backstories and vendettas. Sector and Bi-Han of old are both villainous Lin Kuei ninjas. So I believe they seem to be doubling down on Bi-Han's villainy. It could be revealed that Bi-Han killed his father, the Grand Master, just like Sector, sharing that type of backstory, which does a great job developing even further the rivalry between his brother. Bi-Han and Kuai Liang have been at odds with each other in Mortal Kombat of old, and the reveal of Bi-Han killing their father can expedite that conflict. But wait, where's Kuai Liang? Where's Tundra turned Sub-Zero? In MK1, Bi-Han and Scorpion are biological brothers. It has been revealed through trailers and intro interactions that Sub-Zero is Bi-Han, but we have little to no information on who is Scorpion, aside from the fact that he is Bi-Han's biological brother, like Kuai Liang. What's also interesting is that Kenshi has an intro where he talks about Kuai Liang, but in all the intros that we've seen so far, we haven't heard anything about Hanzo. Hanzo Hasashi is Scorpion in Mortal Kombat of old. When I first saw the trailers for Mortal Kombat 1, I thought, okay, maybe Tundra just hasn't been revealed yet. Because Kuai Liang Sub-Zero is my favorite character, one of the favorite characters aside from Hanzo Hasashi Scorpion, so I was intrigued on what direction they were going with the character. But as more and more is slightly revealed, many are speculating that this Scorpion in MK1 is Kuai Liang, and that new Lin Kuei gameplay trailer can add more to that theory, with Scorpion and Smoke showing to be close. In MK9, we do get to see Smoke and Tundra Kuai Liang Sub-Zero having a close friendship. So just how MK1 Bi-Han could be inspiration of Sector and Sub-Zero / Noob, I believe Scorpion could be an amalgamation as well of Hanzo and Kuai Liang, and maybe even Cyrax. Nowadays, fighting game rosters can only get so large, and a lot of them are behind paywalls. So with this new era taking place in the modern gaming landscape, I believe it makes sense to fuse characters together to make them more concise. Because new in new era is kind of a stretch. When you look at the trailers and you see the intros and you see these character designs, they're not drastically different. You can still see them and identify them and know who these characters are. And the relationships so far don't seem to be that drastically different either. Actually, these relationships seem like common misconceptions that people may have when quickly glancing over Mortal Kombat. Oh, these Mortal Kombat ninjas are Lin Kuei? Does that mean Scorpion is a Lin Kuei? Does that mean Reptile and Rain, they're all Lin Kuei? All of them MK ninjas are part of the same clan? No. Wait, Kitana and Mileena aren't sisters? You see where I'm getting at? Going back to Scorpion, both Hanzo and Kuai Liang have conflict with Bi-Han, Noob. So to fuse the two makes sense. Especially because we haven't really seen two Cryomancers in the same Mortal Kombat game aside from Frost and Sub-Zero or Sub-Zero and Cyber Sub-Zero. And from a gameplay perspective, that makes sense. You don't really want that redundancy. But that can still exist, such as Echo Fighters in Smash Bros. And then the whole Ken-Ryu dynamic in Street Fighter. But again, the word here is being concise. Two characters who have beef with the same guy, fusing their stories together can definitely work. Which I believe can lead into the Shirai Ryu. Hanzo Scorpion in post MK9 recruited various individuals to reform the Shirai Ryu. Kuai Liang Sub-Zero in post MK9 became the new Grand Master of the Lin Kuei. So why not Scorpion, Kuai Liang, at the end of the game, leave the Lin Kuei and establish the Shirai Ryu with Kenshi and Smoke? Okay, how did Kenshi get in the mix of all this? In the MKX comics, Kenshi actually has his son be raised and trained under Scorpion. And Takeda is a fan favorite character in the Mortal Kombat community, being one of the combat kids that people really like, including myself. So this gives opportunity to bring Takeda into this new era, sooner rather than later. And Smoke can join them because he has involved himself with the misadventures of Sub-Zero when leaving the Lin Kuei and trying to avoid the Cyber Initiative. And now Smoke's staple line makes way more sense. Where there is smoke, there is fire. Fire being Scorpion. However, Scorpion may not leave to form the Shirai Ryu. He actually might hold his ground and take over the Lin Kuei, because if you look at his bio, it says, like his cherished father, Scorpion is dedicated to the Lin Kuei and its defense of Earthrealm. When his father died, Scorpion was bereft, though he took pride in knowing that his brother Sub-Zero would succeed his father as a Lin Kuei Grand Master. But Sub-Zero's unprecedented moves to cast off the Lin Kuei's traditional duties have frozen Scorpion's enthusiasm. He fears that he may one day have to battle his brother for control of the Lin Kuei's legacy. So the other thought here is that Sub-Zero leaves the Lin Kuei, forming the Takunin, just like Sector did. And remixing the timeline even further, we can possibly see a Sub-Zero Noob Saibot hybrid where maybe he gets badly damaged and through some Outworld tech or some other means, he ends up being a cyberized version of himself, thus getting like a Cyber Sub-Zero Noob Saibot with both abilities fused together. Another cyber direction that we can go is that Smoke is the one that gets badly injured and he becomes a cyborg version of himself. I wouldn't want him to go down the same route where he becomes a cyber ninja, but I prefer staying away from the old timeline as much as possible in a cool, effective way. Now let's just take a second and look at Smoke's bio in MK1. As a boy, Smoke lived to hunt with his family. Their final hunt, however, ended in tragedy. Having accidentally trespassed onto Lin Kuei's lands, they were attacked. Smoke was orphaned. Ashamed by his warrior's actions, the Lin Kuei's Grand Master adopted Smoke. He raised him alongside his sons Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Eventually, Smoke chose to make the Lin Kuei's mission his own. But as he lacked his brother's innate supernatural abilities, he set out to master practical magic. Having done so, he now joins them in Earthrealm's defense. Smoke losing his family sounds similar to Hanzo of old, like his backstory of him losing his family. And then there could be a cool reveal about it being the Lin Kuei, which I think he already knows it was the Lin Kuei that took his family, but I'm not so sure, don't quote me on that. But that can most definitely be a point of tension, putting him against the Lin Kuei brothers, Sub-Zero and or Scorpion. But I believe more towards Sub-Zero than Scorpion. Again, for this new timeline, I believe they're picking and choosing different aspects of different characters' backstories and fusing them together while adding little twists to remix things, just so that there's a better payoff. Because if it's too much one-to-one or it's more of like a seeable, lazy future, then it won't really be a real payoff and instead leave the audience dissatisfied. But getting complex conflict and alternate versions of these characters can be really exciting. Like in MK9, you got human and cyborg forms of Cyrax and Sector. Therefore, we could possibly get a cyborg version of, like I said, Sub-Zero Noob, Saibot Bihan, or Smoke. I'm actually a huge fan of this concise story, despite Kuai Liang being one of my favorite characters and would like for him to just be him. Scorpion's another favorite character of mine, so if they do fuse those two characters together, that'd be really neat. And this is me thinking way out there, but what if at the end you see that Scorpion develops some ice powers as well, since he is Sub-Zero's biological brother? What if some stuff pushes him over the edge, revealing this new ability? Just how Liu Kang has this blue and red type of fire, these two kind of contrasting abilities. I think it'd be really neat to see that as a character. And that would be completely revamping things and definitely be some new era type stuff. New era type stuff that I'm not 100% about when it comes to gameplay wise. Like that's a ballsy move to do with your main characters, like your main faces of Mortal Kombat. But I mean, they changed Liu Kang quite drastically and they killed him off, and he was a big face of Mortal Kombat way back when. So who knows, anything is fair game when it comes to Mortal Kombat. So hopefully you enjoyed my video. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and what are you thinking about all this. I know a lot of stuff that I said isn't necessarily new ground, but I wanted to kind of get my voice on the situation and opinion. And then as time has been going on, I've been hearing people saying stuff that I've been thinking about and some stuff I haven't been thinking about. And so I really wanted to address this since Mortal Kombat is one of my favorite games of all time. Growing up, I have a reaction to the Mortal Kombat movie that came out some years back on this channel. Shoot, I was working on this really massive video essay comparing the characters from that movie to the video games that it's not completed because it was a very, very ballsy, more than I can handle project. But if you'd like to see that in the future, let me know because I still have those fragments of that video. But that's it for this video. With that being said, if you enjoyed it, please leave a like and sub. Help me reach my goal of 500 subscribers. Take it easy and Godspeed.